What if I told you that partnering with an AI agent could transform one video into 14 different pieces of content across all your platforms, while eliminating most of the manual work? Imagine starting off with a simple Slack message to your custom AI agent, collaborating on a script, recording once, and then having your system handle all the heavy lifting of adapting and distributing that content to YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, your blog, and email campaigns. This is the workflow I'm currently using. I've built and refined this AI assisted system in my own business, and today I'm revealing exactly how this AI automation lets me maintain a consistent content presence everywhere while skipping hours of tedious repurposing work. If we haven't met before, I'm Brandon Harris, and I set up online systems that help businesses get more customers and increase their profits. Today I'm pulling back the curtain on my content creation system that's completely transformed how I approach marketing. Instead of consistently scrambling to create fresh content on every platform, I now record just one video per day and turn it into 14 distinct pieces of content that posts automatically across different platforms. The best part, once you set it up, most of it happens while you sleep, freeing up your time to focus on what really matters in your business. So let's dive on. This is my workflow. There are some parts of it where there is manual work done, but it's powered mostly by AI automation and our AI agent. My content creation process starts with my custom AI agent that I've set up for my business. Unlike standard AI tools like ChatGPT, this agent has access to specific tools that I've configured, making it more tailored to my needs. I also interact with it through Slack for convenience. So first off, it starts over here with that AI agent. When I'm ready to create content, I simply message my AI agent saying something like, give me the YouTube script for today. The agent then accesses my prompt library, which contains a calendar of content ideas that I've planned out for the year. I have all of these content ideas in the prompt library that is stored in Airtable, but you can hook it up to any kind of content calendar that you already have. And from there, it begins working on the script. Based on the parameters I established, the AI creates a complete script. The generated script includes the main content, SEO optimized description, keyword recommendations, and thumbnail text suggestions. After that, it's up to me to record a video. With the script in hand, I record my video and create a thumbnail using my pre-designed Canva templates. After recording, my workflow branches into multiple distribution channels. My primary video distribution channels is YouTube. I post it directly to LinkedIn, and then I also post it directly to Facebook. Now that we have the video recorded and posted, we can turn this video into 14 different pieces of content. For text-based content, we start off with a blog post. Now, using the YouTube transcript, my system creates an SEO optimized blog post. This then gets posted to my Facebook business page, and it also gets formatted into an email campaign. After that, it's going to create platform-specific posts from LinkedIn, Facebook, and Google My Business. The next thing we have is video repurposing. I use a tool that extracts highlights from the main video and formats them for different social media channels such as LinkedIn, Facebook Business, YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, TikToks, and also put on my personal Facebook profile. Now, this one I do have to upload manually due to the fact that there's API limitations for Facebook personal pages. The nice thing about this tool is it normally gives me 3 to 4 separate Reels and Shorts that I can use from just that one video extraction. This is to maximize the value of each piece of content I create, ensuring consistent presence across all platforms with minimal additional effort. So the next thing I'm going to show you is my AI agent that I've set up. So that's that first part of the workflow where I ask it to actually give me a prompt for the day. This one here, this is just a demo version, so it's not currently hooked up to Slack, but my main one that I use is hooked up to Slack. This is the AI agent, and the difference between like an AI agent and an actual AI platform such as ChatGPT or Claude, this is hooked up to different tools. So what I can do is I can ask it to do something, and then it has a whole assortment of tools here that it can grab from and actually use those tools to do different things for me. So like for instance, if I wanted to create a YouTube script, it has a YouTube transcript tool, it has a YouTube script agent that it can set up for it, content creation, we have a content calendar, and we give it access to the internet so it can do research for me as well. And then I also have my actual knowledge base for all of my information from US Media. This will store stuff in here, so if I ever have questions on something, I can refer back to this and I'll make better content for it or get questions on it. I have a client database with all my client information in it, so if I ever need to pull, like, let's say a brand guidelines for a client or get information about a specific client info there, I can ask it questions and it will give me that information back from that database. So like I said, we're talking about the YouTube script today and getting that YouTube video created so we can get that out on the different platforms. So this one here, like I said, I generally use Slack, but this is just kind of a quick demo for it. And what it's going to do is I'm going to ask it to send me the YouTube script for today so you guys can get an idea of how it works together and how it actually communicates. So this one here, as a demo, I can just type in here and say, hey, can you send me the YouTube script for today. And I'm going to send it, and it's going to start working. So you can see that it starts working up here. It goes to my YouTube content calendar, goes back to the AI model, and then it's going to go to send it to my YouTube script agent afterwards. After it grabs a content prompt, does a little bit of information, creates a prompt for the YouTube script agent, and then you'll see it pop down to there. So now it's sending this off directly to the YouTube script agent. And then for the YouTube script agent, this is a whole nother workflow automation. So in here, what we have is a couple different steps. What it's doing is it's taking that information for the prompt for today, and it is giving it to this agent here. And this is a whole nother AI agent that we have set up for it. This one is designed directly to create that YouTube script. I give it a prompt here, tell it exactly what I need it to do, what it's for, how I want it structured, the kind of information to include with it, and all that. And what it does is it gets that prompt from here, from that other agent, and then creates that post. Now, the nice thing about this is it does have an opportunity to search the web. So if I ever need to pull stats for anything, it will search the web here. If I didn't provide it a script and it needs the script for today, it still has access to all my script prompts for it. And then from there, what it's going to do is it creates that YouTube script. And then we're going to send it off to a couple other AI agents. With that, we're going to send it to our SEO agent, which then also has access to the internet using Tavily. They are going to do a little bit of SEO keyword research, check out different articles, making sure that we're setting up our YouTube script ready to go with specific keywords based around the kind of findings it found. From there, we'll send it to two other agents. The first one we'll talk about, this one is just designed to create the title for it. This one here is designed to take the information from the SEO agent and the script, compile it into one, and then give me an HTML output. And the reason why we're doing that is because we're then sending off to Google Docs to turn it into a Google document so I have something easy to read and can keep track of it. And after that, what I do is I add it to my Airtable database and then send it back to that first agent. So we're gonna go back to our main AI agent and see what it came up with. So we're gonna look at its response. We've already gotten back. It's saying, here's the YouTube script for today, March 11th, titled Content Theming, Stop Being an Ideas Factory. So what it did is it grabbed that main prompt for today. It's going to give me a video overview of everything that goes along with it, different script highlights, the different things that go along with it, and then it gives me a link that I can open up, and it's a Google Doc, so I can get an idea of the script. Now keep in mind, I don't say everything word for word with the script. This is more of an outline. I always go through and modify it to make sure that it's giving me proper information, make sure it's in my tone of voice, and it's just a good starting point for it. It takes less than 10 minutes to modify the script to where I'm happy with it to get things started. But yeah, you can see the full script here. We'll go down, and then we'll go past the call to action and closing statement. One thing that's pretty cool too is I do have it pull out the sources. So anytime it provides any kind of data for me, I want to know where it pulled out information for it so I can verify that data and not just throw out some random numbers out there. I want to make sure that it actually aligns with proper data. And that's one of the nice things about giving it access to the internet, so it can search for you and pull information in for you. So what I want to show you is the YouTube SEO information, because after I record this video, this is going to be extremely important to use. One, we have the 5 title examples to choose from. These are different SEO optimized titles that we can choose from. And then from there, we have our description we can use. It gives me some hashtags that we can add to it as well. And then we have the different keywords to be used from here, where we can just copy this and directly paste that into the YouTube video. The nice thing is I have it structured this way, so it adds a keyword, then adds a comma, and it's all in one single line, because what you can do with that is I can straight up copy this and paste it into YouTube without having to format it each time or copy each one individually. So that helps me kind of speed things up with it. This part here is extremely important as well. Like I said, I create all my YouTube thumbnails in Canva because we have different templates set up. It makes it super easy to create one. But one thing that is always hard to do is try to figure out what kind of information I want to put there for the actual text on the thumbnail. So what this does, it gives me 10 examples, no longer than 5 words. And sometimes I'll kind of mix and match stuff in here. But like, for instance, it gives me just different things that would be eye-catching for this video and that I can use in the thumbnail. So yeah, that is the script part of it. Now I want to show you how I keep track of everything once the script has been created and how I get that ready for my actual blog setup. This is Airtable if you aren't familiar with it, and you can use Google Sheets or any other kind of spreadsheet platform, whatever you prefer to use. I like to use Airtable just because of the way it looks, and I have a lot of information in it currently. So what I do with the automation is anytime there's a YouTube script created, I send that script to me, so back to me in Slack, but then also I have it added to Airtable. So you can see that one that we just created here. And what it does is it drops in that link for the Google Doc and it marks it as to do. Now you can see I have a bunch of other ones that I have ready, but we're just going to talk about this one here. What I do is I record the video, I edit the video, and I post it to YouTube. After that, I grab the YouTube video link and add it in here. And I'll just copy this one just for a demo, and I'll paste this in. And what it does, it pushes that down to the bottom here. I can say that this is posted. Just this here just helps me keep track of it. So for instance, if I recorded it, it's ready to go, but it's not posted yet, we can add that in there. I drop my YouTube thumbnail in here, so I have a record of which one goes where. And then from there, I click this little check mark here. And what this check mark is going to do is set up an AI automation to create a new blog post for me. And then after that blog post is created, it's going to drop that in right here. So while we're here, I'm going to show you the prompts as well, because I use Airtable to keep track of the different prompts. Now, one of my biggest factors of me not wanting to post things in the past was always trying to think of something to do or something to post about, something to record on. And the main reason why I'm using AI for this kind of stuff is because it helped me get over that hump of not knowing what to post, not knowing what to do, and so on. So I created a content calendar based off different prompts. So if we look at our prompts here, you can see we have basically one for every day. And from there, as we go to March 11th, we can see the idea for this one is a content theming. I can look at the information here and it gives me a full prompt on this. Now this here, you can use AI to create different prompts with this. And if you're interested in how to set something like this up, let me know. But you can use AI to create different things to give you those ideas and turn it into a content calendar. I have another video that you can look at that helps you with content cycling to help make one theme and keep it all together. But if you're interested in that, let me know. I can send you a link for it and show you how that could work with AI as well. But this basically, like I said, gives me a full year's overview of everything I can post. So I know exactly what I'm working on and what I want to do for the day. And I don't have to think about it. And it's all related to my business. I don't have to worry about any of that. That there is probably the biggest key thing that's allowed me to just get up, get started, and not have to think about it because I already have it planned out. And all I have to do is get that YouTube script, get it recorded, and then get it posted. And that there is a single thing that has made my life so much easier just to start getting content created for my business. So now that we have our YouTube video created, and like I said, we can send it off to our blog. So I click the little link here, and what it's going to do is it's going to send it off to my blog agent. The way it's going to work is we sent off that YouTube link to this workflow. And from here, I'm just going to click test workflow so you can kind of get an idea of how it gets used. This first agent is going to go ahead and grab that YouTube transcript. They're going to download it directly from the video, get it set up, and then it's going to create a prompt from here. After that, we're going to send it to a whole completely different AI agent, which is our SEO agent. And this one's job is solely to do the SEO research for it. We have a couple different tools that we give it access to. One, we give it access to the internet so that it can actually do different searches and find information about it. From there, what we give it access to is a keyword list here. And these are keywords that we compiled for our business. And these ones are ones we are currently trying to rank for. So we like to make sure we include those. It does still go through and do its own keyword research throughout. You can see it's still working through the rest of them here. And after that, it creates a title based off the SEO research for it and the prompt. We then create a key takeaway section here. And then we have a whole nother agent that sets up the introduction. One of the biggest issues people have with blog posts and AI is they try to give it one prompt and ask them to create a new blog post or create some kind of long form content. What it does is it doesn't have the research, it doesn't have the information that goes along with it, and it has a lot of information it tries to put in there. So what it does is it gives you a bunch of filler words, or it doesn't create long enough of content, and it just doesn't work real well with that. So we broke it up into different sections. So like we have our agent that handles the key takeaways, our agent that handles the introduction. Then we go down directly to another one whose sole purpose is to create an outline of the blog post. From there, we take that outline and create a main body prompt. And this one here still isn't writing the content for it, but it's just prompting the next one to create a full prompt here based on the keyword research that we have and the outline and all the information that we gave it and that transcript. So what it's going to do here is create the main body of the blog post. After that, we're going to send it to another one who is going to create a conclusion for the blog post, and its sole job is just to create conclusions. From there, we create a meta description for the blog post, and we will send it to another agent that is going to take everything that I got and then assemble it based on the way that it needs to be structured. So it's going to go key takeaways, introduction, main body, conclusion. And it's also going to add in that meta description at the top so we can use that when creating our blog. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to send it to an editor. The editor's job is solely to take that compiled article, make sure that it makes sense, make sure that it's using the proper keywords, make sure that it aligns with everything that we asked it to do, but then also edit anything in there that doesn't really align with our goals. Make it to where it sounds a little less AI-ish. So we make sure that it's not using a lot of the AI buzzwords that it likes to use or the emojis that get thrown in everywhere. We make sure all of that gets cleaned up. And from there, we send a final article out to a couple different ones. We send it one to grab the title from it and merge it down here. So we have the title of our document. And then we have everything created into an HTML output, which then gets sent to our Google Doc. Then we add that to our Airtable to update that record. And then we also add it into ClickUp for our team to post the blog post. And then we also send it to Slack so we know that it's been created. Now, once that's all been done, you'll see that it's also doing another step down here. The last AI agent that we're going to use is this one down here. What it's doing is it's pulling information from that article and sending it directly to our social media manager, which then will create our different social media posts. So Facebook, LinkedIn, Google Business, any of the text written prompts that we want created, send it to Slack, but then also add it to our Airtable and then send it off to our different platforms too. So that all gets set up in there and makes our life a whole lot easier because one, we're getting notified in Slack about it, and then two, we are having that created and added to our platform. So that is all information that gets done just from basically dropping that one link in our Airtable database. And then it uses all these tools and all these AI agents to create a full blog post that's SEO optimized, ready to go, based off a video that we created and we already approved. So I'm going to show you an example of how one of these blog posts look once they're all completed. On my website, you can see a lot of the different blog posts that we already created doing this method. So we'll just we'll look at this one, the latest one, and you'll see we use our YouTube thumbnail at the top. We add our key takeaway section in here. We grab our YouTube video and add that directly in here as well. Then from here, we have all the content that was created. We also add in a lead magnet, so that way people can sign up and download that. And then we have all of our info down here, and then end it with another lead magnet. So that's how we set up our blog post for it. And like I said, this is all created based off that prompt as well as this video. So we create that video transcript, we record it, and then we send it directly to YouTube, and then we post it in our Airtable, and it gets added and created. So that is how we create that. So next thing I want to show you is a quick, easy way to take that YouTube video that you created and get a bunch of different shorts and reels out of it. So this tool is called Opus Clip. I absolutely love it because it's made my life so much easier for taking that one YouTube video I have and turning it into a bunch of content for me that I can schedule out on the different platforms as well. So what you do is you drop your link in here, like a YouTube link, and then you'll click Get Clips. And then from there, it's going to process the video that it has. And it takes that YouTube video there, creates different shorts from it. So like the exact same website, you can then preview it. You can then schedule it out on the different platforms. You connect it there, select a time, and so on. This gives me access to create quick short form content based off my long form video that I already had. So I know it's all stuff that I want to share. And what it's going to do is it's going to give me a bunch of different options that I can go through and check. And it does give me a score with it on what it thinks it will do. And you can kind of scroll through here. So every video that I've done, it's giving me 3 to 4 or even more of short clips that I can use to put on my different platforms. And what I do is I just review it real quick. If I like it, if it's a good part of the video that I like, I will just go ahead and plan it. So you can go ahead and you can see that some of these are already planned there. And then the cool thing about it is you can see how much content it's already set up and scheduled for here. So basically what I've been able to do is just off some of the videos that I've already created, it has given me access to post 2 reels a day on different platforms throughout. And you can see like all these different reels here. And the nice thing is I already have videos that are scheduled into March based off videos that were basically created before March 10th. So all of these here were all created and scheduled out, ready to go for it. And most days already have 2 reels per day that are scheduled to go out. It's a nice way to take that long form YouTube video and create multiple short form content throughout the month and that you can just schedule and don't have to worry about. And then one thing too is if you don't want to schedule it, you can come in here and then download the HD version of it and just basically post it up yourself as well. You can edit the videos in here if you need to. Like let's say if you want to add more to it, change text on it or anything like that, it does auto-generate the text on screen for you, so you don't have to worry about any of those. But sometimes it does mess up a couple words. So for instance, it messes up my last name a lot. So I have to go in there and change out my last name just because of the way it's spelled. So that's one nice thing you can do with this to make your life a little bit easier too. So let's go ahead and do a little bit of a recap. Like I said, we start with that AI agent right up first. We ask it for the script for today. It grabs the prompt, creates the script. We record the video. We post it to LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook. From there, we create our blog post. It creates a Facebook business page post and gets an email campaign ready for us. We also get our LinkedIn post, Facebook post, and Google business post ready to go. And then we use Opus Clip to create those 3 to 4 reels or shorts for us based off that YouTube video. And we get our LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube Shorts, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook Personal all ready to go with different shorts and reels based off that initial video. So, with that being said, we have all of this content being created based off an AI automation, getting started and building out a script. And the main work that I have to do is this here, recording that video. Now, one thing you might be concerned about is recording a video and actually editing it. Now, I don't spend a whole lot of time on my editing. I do it just enough to where it gets the information out there. And I use a specific tool for this to record my video and then edit my video. And the tool I use for this is called pretty cheap. I think it's like $30 a month. Yep, so or $35 a month for the one that I'm using. If you aren't going to do as many, you can do the $19 one. But what it's going to do is it basically takes your video that you recorded and allows you to edit the video like a text document. So I'm going to show you how that looks. In here, you can see my video on the right-hand side and then the full script editing that I have here. You can shorten any gaps really easy by moving stuff around. Let's say if you have a retake or anything like that, you can easily highlight a section and delete it, and it's automatically going to edit that section of the video. One nice thing too is if, let's say, you said something wrong and you want to fix it without having to re-record it, they do have an option called regenerate, and you can train their AI system based on your voice to regenerate that word or sentence to align with your voice. Now, it's not perfect, but it has saved me quite a bit if I said a word wrong or it just isn't clear. So this here, like I said, it's Descript, super easy for editing. I do this really fast. Most videos takes me about a half an hour to edit, depending on the length. But from there, it's a lot faster if I were to try to do it without the actual transcript text here. And if you have someone on your team that can do this for you, that will make your life even easier to get that done. This system has made it to where I don't have to worry about what I'm going to post. I don't have to worry about creating content for my business because it makes my life much easier. I am much more likely to record a video if I already know what I'm going to talk about, don't have to think about the script, and it's ready to go for me on a daily basis. Because of this, I've been able to create videos every day and then create more content off those videos to where it's multiplying consistently. Now, if you want help setting up something like this in your business, feel free to use the link below to book a call or send me a message either way. And just remember, the biggest thing that you need to do in your business is just get started. Now, if you don't want to record videos and edit them, you can skip the whole process and just go directly to social media posts that are more text written. Using that same platform setup with the different prompts, creating the post, and have all of your AI agents write it in your tone of voice and brand to the specific media channels as well. So I hope it helped. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out.